lecturer in fashion and design.
Oh, was he? How interesting.
At the what was the Trent Polytechnic, it's now Trent University.
Oh wow, very interesting.
So he got a job,
Good job.
teaching in Nottingham. So we moved.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then so then my mum is still sister, brother-in-law,
Oh, they still
kids are still in Nottingham.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then I've got a lot of family in Mansfield to see.
Do you get back much?
Mm.
Yeah, it's not that far.
Yeah, I've been back quite a few times this year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So then you went into IT. How did you get interested in IT?
I'd always been, as a kid, I was always interested in electronics.
Mm-hmm.
Used to take radios apart, build radios, and all that kind of stuff.
You were the annoying kid that you should hold on to your electronics. Yeah.
Take it apart.
Yeah.
Find out how it works. Make it not work.
Yeah.
And when I was, how old would I have been? 1977. How old was I? 14, 15 years old. 1977 was the year that Elvis died.
Oh yeah.
And they played all these movies on TV.
You talk about Elvis quite a bit. He was a huge influence.
Yeah, I was a massive Elvis fan, and I became an Elvis impersonator.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, I was an Elvis impersonator when I was like 14.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And my mum and dad said, "You're not going into the music business." And I was like, "No, it's what I want to do. It's what I want to do." They said, "Okay, you're not going into the music business until you've got a degree."
Okay.
So I went to UMIST, the University of Manchester Institute of Science and Technology, and I thought, if I'm going to spend 3 years studying something, what shall I study?
Yeah, right.
And since electronics was always my hobby, I decided to do a degree in electronics. I was really disappointed that in 3 years we never built anything.
Oh no, what was
Because I thought I'd been spending 3 years with a soldering iron, right?
Yeah,
building
exactly.
things. And we didn't, it was all theory. But,
you got the degree.
I got my degree.
What did you do after that?
Then I went to work for a software house called Software Sciences in Macclesfield, Cheshire, which is a little town in the Peak District. So I worked there for 2 or 3 years, but I wanted to do more. I wanted to be where all the latest research was.
Yeah.
And all the money that was being spent in development at that point in time was in the city.
Yeah.
So what I did was I moved from Macclesfield down to London.
Oh, good. Big move though, because people from the north coming to the south, it's kind of like a big deal, right?
Yeah, big deal. So I think I moved to London about 1986, 87, and worked for Reuters, the news agency.
Yeah.
But news is only a very, very small part of Reuters' business. It's the smallest part, actually.
Yeah.
Their biggest part of their business was financial information.
I didn't know that. What makes sense?
Foreign exchange rates, equities, that kind of thing. Excuse me. So, and the city was booming in the late 80s.
Yeah. The place, wasn't it? It still is kind of a place,
and obviously they wanted technology.
Yeah.
So I worked as part of a team designing and building the first Reuters intelligent workstation. You've seen them on TV with where they're plotting graphs and all that kind of stuff.
Yes. And they're getting. Did you watch the election? How they had the new technology, the Obama victory. But when they had the what do you call them? The screens. It was all sort of, it was just very fancy anyway. I wouldn't even know how to describe it. So is that the kind of thing that you're talking about?
Yeah, though,
for polls and stuff and new information.
This would be for, there'd be news information on there, but also there'd be exchange rates, a dollar against a pound, and the price of equities or, whatever on the stock market.
Awesome.
And,
cutting edge stuff, right?
Well, cutting edge stuff at the time. It was, we were the first company in the UK to use Microsoft Windows. Which gives you an idea about how long ago it was. We use Microsoft Windows version 1.0.
Oh God, yeah. I'm still struggling with Vista, but I've got a Mac, so that's another story. Me too. Love it, don't you?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Anyway, back to your story.
So I worked for Reuters for probably about 4 years, I think. And wound up being marketing manager for Reuters trading room systems for Northern Europe. But I kind of wanted to have my own business.
Yeah.
My dad always used to say something. He said, "You never get rich digging somebody else's ditch."
There you are.
That was the saying, and
Yes.
I kind of like stuck in my mind.
You're lining their pockets.
Yeah. Exactly. So in 1990, I left Reuters and set up my own business.
I mean, which must have been a sort of scary transition, because you've got the amazing branding of Reuters. You can pretty much go anywhere, can't you, after working at Reuters? And
it was weird.
Also, you were in Fleet Street, isn't Fleet Street?
Just behind Fleet Street.
So exactly. But so how was that? It was a big step.
Yeah, but it was very weird because it didn't seem like a big step.
Oh, really? Very natural?
I didn't feel scared. Maybe I was just stupid. I don't know. Maybe that's what it was.
I don't think so. You're working with energy probably already.
So I decided I was going to set up my own business as a management consultant. Bought a franchise.
Excellent.
Borrowed the money.
Yeah, it was already up and running then.
Yeah. So I could use the trade under their particular name, the Centre for Consultancy. And I was as green as the grass.
Yeah.
And so the one thing I did very, very, very well was lost a lot of money.
Well, yeah. There's many people that have that kind of talent. I've done it in Selfridges many times. Yeah.
At least you had something in return
That's
for it.
That's true. Yeah.
And so I wound up that business, I think probably after doing it for about 2 years, with massive amount of debt. My world kind of fell apart.
Yeah, definitely.
It was very, very strange because I'd come across the Tony Robbins Personal Power, the 30-day program. And Tony's there going, "What's your goals?" And stack massive pain to not achieve them, stack massive pain. I thought, okay, what's going to happen?
You have to buy into it anyway because
I thought, I'll have to sell my car now.
Whatever it takes.
MR2 T-bar, I'll have to sell my car.
Right.
And then I thought, and he's going like, even more pain, stack even more pain. I'm like, well, then I'd lose my house, and even more pain, and then my wife would leave me, even more pain. The bank will foreclose on me and then all the money back.
Yeah.
And I did that perfectly. Within a year, I had to sell my car, lost the house. My wife.
Did you, David?
My wife left me.
Oh my God, how awful. Well,
and I got a letter from the bank saying, "Mr. Shephard, we want our £60,000 back."
Oh my God,
this week.
Show you,
and of course, I didn't have it. So.
And in those days, we didn't know about the manifestation like we do now, right?
No.
Yeah.
I'd manifested exactly what I didn't want.
Exactly.
Absolutely brilliantly.
Yeah.
Because I was focusing on what I didn't want,
And you had you had the whole full association of the pain.
Yeah, I got the secret early. Just did the wrong thing.
Too bad you didn't write the book, David. Missed opportunity.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
But the good thing out of it was that I discovered personal development in NLP.
Through your own pain.
So it was a very expensive training.
And then Robbins is not cheap, is
and then I got into NLP, as I said, from Tony Robbins' book, and reading the Bandler and Grinder books. I devoured all of those books.
Yeah.
Then I got into Milton Erickson and just devoured everything by Milton Erickson. Set up a new company, the Performance Partnership, as I say, in '93. And and we set that up from this little scrappy little bedsit in Acton.
It's brilliant, isn't it? I love it. Yeah.
Acton is not a particularly.
I just came from Acton actually. Luckily, I was still on the train then. I wanted to ask you, around about the time that you got involved in NLP, it probably was a really sort of weird concept, no?
It
wasn't popular. Your family probably thought you were crazy.
They still do.
Yeah. So how did you? I mean, because it must have taken amazing persistence and just drive and a lot of self-motivating. There's really probably wasn't that much support.
It was like I just knew it was what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
For the year in between, like closing the management consultancy down and set up a performance partnership, I had a company with a friend of mine. We called it Up International, Unlimited Potential International. And we did fireworks out of that.
Oh, really?
So this is way before Tony Robbins came and did fireworks out in the UK.
Yeah.
We're pretty much one of the first companies ever to do it. We've lost a lot of money.
Yeah. But what I like about you is that you're not afraid to keep trying new things.
No, definitely not.
And I think that's what's really important about being an entrepreneur, especially today.
Yeah.
With so many